my my water bill was like $5 more than what I usually pay. That's got to do with that pool, that water I use, and shoot, I'm about to use like probably like a $5 more amount to continue filling it up. Ooh, my stomach feeling all kinds of like tight. I feel some kind of tight inside. Anyway, I slept for a while because of course I cut the grass today, and I told the boys I just really needed it to be quiet. So I had a dream where I was in the backyard. I had different stuff. Of course, I got the pool back there. I had just got different stuff back there. But I guess I was looking out the window and I saw, I didn't know who it looked like. I think at first it looked like my own so-called dad. And I was sitting there like, what is he doing? But then it was Anaya's so-called dad backing up back there near my pool, and to like let her out. It was a red vehicle, well, not red, but it was like, what, burgundy-ish or whatever. And, or like, not even a dull red, yeah, it was burgundy or something like that. And it's not a vehicle that I've seen before. It didn't look familiar. It was like an SUV. I had to get my water to the perfect temperature. It was like an SUV, and he was getting out and stuff like. I mean, he didn't get out. He just backed up and dropped her off, and then he was pulling off. You know, I felt disappointed still. And then this dream, he looked like he had cut short hair, facial hair, stuff like that. Like I've seen him look before, but whatever. And my daughter got out, and she was still just looking like young, a little young-ish, her hairstyle and stuff like that. It was like I think I had another dream with her the other day, where her hairstyle was like, you know, you wear your hair down and back, and you wear like a little headband, but her hair seemed like it was cut. But, you know, he dropped her off, and, backed up, dropped her off, and then he went on and pulled away. You know, no words with me. You know what I'm saying? That's ideal for me, baby. Like, don't say shit to me. But I had a golf ball. Not a golf ball, a tennis ball or something, and I was throwing it at the vehicle. I don't know what that got to do with tennis. But, anyway. I remember having the green ball in my right hand, and I threw it at him, and while I was like throwing that at the vehicle, I was busy trying to address him. My daughter she was out, and she came up behind me and was hugging me from the back, one arm around, you know, my chest area or something like that. Her left arm around my chest area and just hugging me. It might have been both arms around me, but definitely one arm. And I see me so about distracted and disappointed, and then I think I turned around and eventually either hugged her or just acknowledged her or whatever. And she was looking, you know me, I was just excited. I was like, you know, she was seeing the pool that we got in the back, and then there was a jacuzzi, and then that I put my jacuzzi thing up for now. Well, it ain't put up, but it's out of sight for now. I don't know if my mind in my dream was just remembering that or whatever. But I was like, oh, I got another window, a smaller one that we can pull out. And it was like, oh, God, it was like a pull-out type couch type thing, but it was a jacuzzi. And you put water in it. And I was like, this is the smaller one. And I touched the water to see if the water was hot. It was like warm. And then there was somebody, the way my house was, you know, I looked out the window, the way my house was, somehow a side door was on the opposite side than it's on now. And it seemed like somebody from next door or something was trying to open up my doors and come in. They were trying to see my daughter or whatever, or either they knew my daughter or whatever. And I was like, close my door. Don't open my door. So like they opened up my side door and stuff like that. And I was like, don't open my door up. And they closed it back, and then, I don't know, and also it seemed like Anaya had somebody else with her. Ooh, I ain't mean to say her name, but my daughter had, see, I'm definitely flipping. She had somebody with her, you know, like a friend or something like that, or somehow that person got here, came, I don't know if they got out of the car with her, but somehow they appeared with her or whatever. And, that was it. I was just trying to spend time, and I think I was just like, when is it? I think in the dream and just in my mind, I was just like, when is this going to end? Maybe feeling like, when am I going to wake up? Because I know I'm dreaming. And, like, when is it going to end? And then it just feel like my daughter had, like, a different look about her or whatever. I don't want to say sneaky or up to something, but I'm just saying a different look, like, you know, just been affected by something. Like, honestly, like, almost traumatized by something or whatever. So, you know, that was that. But me and the boys cut the grass. They're getting a new experience by wanting to go down to the basketball court and stuff like that. And I almost said show off their skills, but, you know, you never know. Never know, these kids can develop skills and stuff like that and take off. But I don't have no intentions for my sons to even be active in those sports like that. But if they learn these skills, I'm not opposed to it, because my son is loving, oh, Mom, look, I can dribble, I can do this. He's even trying to get my younger son to, like, challenge him. I heard my younger son was like, oh, I'm going to play you, but I know I can't beat you and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, Lord, here they go. But anyway, somewhat of a peaceful sleep, except my dream life was real active. And of course, when it's about my daughter and I wake up and my daughter's really not home and stuff like that, I'm just like, ugh. I don't know why I was throwing a tennis ball at whatever vehicle he was in. It like bounced off or whatever, but I was like, what kind of damage is that gonna do, baby? Because I'm trying to do damage. Like, what you mean? What you mean you didn't have my daughter and you just kept her away from me? I don't give a damn who played. This is my thing. I don't care who placed a phone call to you about anything. You should have been brought back home instead of you going out your process. You doing your process of, you know what I'm saying? You done you done did the child custody thing or whatever. Let that process play out. You know, instead of you doing that. Even if he would have just took her, spent time with her, and then when I'm home, because I've been home for a long time, go ahead and run my child right on back, period, and do whatever it is that you be out there doing. But you know, like I said, the so-called mom actively wanted to clean out and keeping my daughter away. And all other people around me was more so seemingly rooting for them to do that. Always talking about, oh, we just want to make her feel like how she made us. I don't give a damn about y'all feelings. I don't even know and understand. That's number one. Number two, I'm not you, so it's no need in trying to do nothing to me that you thought I was trying to do to you, because my intention was not to even get y'all in y'all feelings, period. I mean, good, I guess it's good that y'all do or did. That lets you know you have some kind of care and concern, but bitch, I ain't trying to, and I'm not trying to cuss while I'm all in this water getting myself cleaned up, but I'm not pandering to y'all's feelings and stuff like that. I don't care nothing about that. That shit is stupid to me. Hey, when I figure I want me some good old smothered chicken from somewhere, and oh my goodness, y'all not even understanding. I really do like the gravy that my grandma would cook when she was living and stuff like that. When she would do with either hamburgers or whatever, but just, I mean, I know it's just flour, butter, you know, a little oil or whatever, and you season it, but mine always comes out too salty or just, not right. So, anyway, the other thing I gotta do, I gotta look at a video, which is always, now it's like literally always something that I gotta do, need to do. Look at a video so I can see how to change the oil on my Black & Decker. I think it's easier on this one, but on my Black & Decker lawnmower, couldn't even think of the name. So I can do that, because really for the next cycle, like I pushed it during this cycle. I know that oil is like, get me out of here. I really need some more oil to put in there. I'm trying to find one brand that I can stick with, and all that good stuff or whatever. And see, that's the thing, just the upkeep of having to keep ordering oil for the lawnmower, gas or whatever. And that's why I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to switch over to the lawnmower with the cord. So anyway, still woke up, still missing my daughter, and that's just period. I don't want to be around my daughter and having to entertain no extra people or whatever, but and I for damn sure feel like, oh no, honey, ain't nobody coming over around these parts just to sit and watch me, because I'm your mother. I'm the one been watching over you, taking care of you and stuff like that. So that type of stuff just kind of offends me. Like, don't help on nobody. And honestly, like when she welcomed her so-called grandma to watch me while I'm with my daughter that I let you be in the room for, that I feel like now I shouldn't have. But again, I don't even want to go back that far like that and say, because I don't want to take no moments that was supposed to be. I don't even understand it was supposed to be. See, honestly, to be honest, if you want to go deeper, my child ain't supposed to be here in that type of form anyway, because I should have been fooling with her daddy like that. So, maybe I can get to the point where I can come to terms with, it wasn't supposed to be her being in that room, but, by the time she was there, she asked to be there, and it is what it is. And I'm not going, I'm not depriving nobody of having a relationship with anybody that they're related to. But I'm not going to make it easy for you to sit here and try to play me in my mind. Nothing that came from me, period. I don't care what you feel like. So, unless that's that or whatever. So my daughter can formulate her own opinions and stuff like that regarding her own so-called people. Sometimes my feelings and stuff, I be wanting her to dislike them probably as much as I like them, if not more. I like them as much as I dislike them, if not more. But, that's her decision, you know what I'm saying? And so, it is what it is. And, it is good for her to get a up-close and personal type of experience so she can know, and see what's going on or whatever, I guess, if she's seeing it. And in that dream, I don't know whose vehicle he was driving or what vehicle he was driving. Looks like a mom van type vehicle, but I don't know. Oh man. So yeah. This is wild out here, baby. Wow. What I'm wanting is still my man. Like, my man. I set sights on somebody today, and I'm like, baby, come here. Come here. But meanwhile, definitely not feeling physically attractive like I used to. Or like I used to know I was Miss Mama. Baby, I'm feeling like the light skin, and I'm not even going to take no shots at him, but I'm feeling like the light skin, what's his name? I got his name, I got his face in my mind. The one that sings, make that big booty twerk. I'm feeling like a light skin version of him, without kind of looking, they looking studded, but of course I'm a female, so I ain't worried about studded. But yeah, anyway, how do I not know that boy name? Because I really don't be listening to that stuff like that. I only listen to it in passing. But yeah, anywho. So, it would have been nice if I had woken up and that's how it happened. But always, Lord, I submit it to you. Let it be done according to your will, you know. A lot of things that happened in that dream anyway was spiritual. You know, was seeming more spiritual because my yard is not really set up like that. It is kind of, sort of, but it ain't. My house, definitely, my door is not on that side of the house where it was. And even, I think I had on a dress that I don't wear no more. I still have it, but I don't wear it anymore. So, yeah. I kind of want to go outside and get some sun, but it's still breezy. Like, I'm telling you, I need it to be like 75, 76, 77, somewhere like that. That's the kind of sun rays I like. That's the kind of heat I like. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think my daughter's personality. She seemed like, it almost seemed like because she had been with them out of place, kind of, sort of. But also, you know, probably in that place where you're trying to figure out where do you truly belong. I don't really fit in here. I don't really fit in here. You know what I'm saying? It could be that or whatever. Because once you realize, dang, I don't really fit in at my so-called mom's stuff, if that's the case. But I just feel like, honey, you ain't got to try to fit in over here. I'm going to accept you as my child regardless, you know. And I think I'm more so about the ones that don't fit in and stuff like that anyway, you know. If I was to venture out and branch out, people, it's not the people that fit in or part of this type of clique or group. And I ain't going to necessarily say it's the ones that's rejected, but oftentimes mine leans more towards the ones that are rejected or who people deem rebellious or whatever. Because that's just, I don't know, that's just been a part of me. Like, I'm different. Even my son, I can already tell him, like, oh boy, you're a different type of dude. I had to get on him about something he was doing. Somebody he was talking to online that was calling him, that was referencing the N-word in the conversation with him. And he was like, because the dude was like, I hate N-words, I hate this, I hate that, whatever. For one, you already filled with a bunch of hate, because you keep on saying hate. For two, I don't know who you consider the N-word or whatever, because my sons ain't neither one of them. But if you're talking about skin color, then you're talking to a black person, so bye. I just more so asked my son, do you want people talking to you like that? And he made a decision. He was like, I ain't talked to him. I cut him off, or not cut him off, but I ain't talked to him. I blocked him. I was like, oh, okay. And I said, well, how do you feel after not talking to the person? He's like, I don't really feel anything. And I was like, ooh, whoa, buddy. I mean, because if it's supposed to be your friend, I'm like, don't you feel a type of way? But at the same time, it's almost like he was leaning more towards like getting comfortable with that person and those types of things that was coming from that person and stuff like that. So he said he haven't even been back on the site that he was using to communicate with the person. So I'm like, okay, well, that's better than nothing. So, you know, I just don't want nobody, I don't want my son getting comfortable with people calling him just anything or whatever. Yeah, because I want it to be a shock factor. If ever somebody think they coming out their mouth talking to him like that or whatever the case may be. I ain't saying how he should respond. Now, we leave that up to God on how he should respond, but I want it to be a shock factor if somebody's saying something derogatory to you, or even if they referencing it, like, this is how I feel about, my son can politely say, oh, okay, well, I hear you. I don't respect that. Let me back up. And he don't even got to say all that, but, you know, he responds like he needs to. And I don't want you in no mess, you know? But baby, I wish somebody could cook me some, I just want smothered chicken, like chicken with like some good gravy over. Yeah, some rice, but I want me some really, really good steamed vegetables and stuff like that. I'm actually going to probably cut up like half of this cabbage, put the bacon bits and stuff down it, and drizzle them down there, and actually Usually I don't think they usually do the cucumbers on it, but I'm gonna cut up the cucumbers and put the cucumbers on there. I just got a taste for that. I love whoever came up with that concept. So yeah, still waiting on Lowe's to fulfill my order even though it was supposed to be here by now, according to their site. I paid for it, paid for delivery. I mean, this horrible service. So don't let them ask me for a survey, because I'm definitely gonna let them know. Horrible service. You didn't communicate regarding the details. You took my money, but you didn't. I'm not gonna say they ain't coming through, but here I am still waiting. Ordered some things off eBay, waiting on that, but it really don't be a rush when it comes to that. I'm really giving that some bit of time or whatever. And so yeah, that's how we rolling. It's still trying to get things in order. But I really did get in here so I can wash my feet and stuff like that. Moments like these, I really wish I had somebody washing my feet. I hope I come into contact with somebody who does not mind washing my feet, like for real. Because I barely can rinse them now. I really gotta hold on to something. But yeah, wash my feet, wash my body, but definitely my feet and stuff. Because after I got the grass stains and stuff on them. And that's pretty much all I want to talk about. I'm gonna get off here so I can go ahead and wash my body. Yeah. Wash your body. It's my mustache. Alright. Whatever, however you say it. But I'll talk to y'all later. Plus, I'm gonna look at my camera.